Good morning, everybody. It's Marty, the JavaScript party. It is Tuesday. Tuesday. 41 degrees Fahrenheit outside. I felt wonderful out there. I went out there just for a second. I felt amazing. It's just me this morning because it is Tuesday, so that means that my daughter-in-law will be bringing uh, her their dogs, my son's dogs, and her dogs, and um, so it gets a little crazy in here. So we won't be doing that this morning. Let's see, hit start. It is February 10th. 12 days, or yeah, so that's pretty cool. I think there's a federal holiday sometime, like I want to say it's maybe February 22nd. It's also, I have a child whose birthday it is too, February 22nd, so that's neat. Um, I believe that was George Washington's birthday as well. So that's what that's about. But I do think, like, maybe this is my first year in this position. I think we might give up this February 22nd holiday for Black Friday in November. So that's the day after Thanksgiving. So we might be doing that. So I am working on a new story that I just sort of been considering and finally just decided to conjure up and do. I was kind of waffling back and forth, but basically I need to create like a table that that shows like all the IDs that are in the system. And the biggest reason I want, though, the biggest thing that makes me want to do that is, here we go, is the fact that we have because of the end-to-end testing. So I have Cypress end testing. It's like, ooh, I'll be able to really lock in functionality that way. See, it's 8:44. All right, so we want to create a new route, and I want it to be called entities. And then if entities is available, then we'll do the data. And in the future, we may use like traditional routing or something, or like the router outlet directive. But for now, this data layout is going to get shown up whenever you say entities. So there's like a lot of things that we need to do to make that happen. And at the top of the list is probably just to register the route. Oh my gosh, I just lost my external monitor for some reason. I don't know what's going on here. It's weird. Let's see. Okay, we're back. Back, baby. All right. So I need to register the route. So let's go to our routes and figure out. I always have to figure this out. Okay, so before you can register a route, you have to have something to register it to. And it looks like we always use the dummy component, so I guess we don't need anything to register to. What we need is to add a new route called our data route. And the reason we use this dummy component, now that I remember, is because we are handling the actual routing, not with the router outlet, but with CSS. And the reason we're doing that is because I had found that, like, no matter what I did, whenever I changed routes with using the router outlet, I would get all these massive numbers of like, as I moved around, I would just keep building up these they're called detached nodes. They're like HTML nodes that the browser JavaScript can no longer reach. So that means there's no way to delete them, that they're stuck. They're just slowly but surely, as you move through the application, the number of these things just grows and grows and grows over time. And I just don't want to build an application where you spend hours and hours and hours playing around with something, moving back and forth, and then you can't save it, or you can't do anything because you've consumed all the memory in the system. All right, so we're saying that, hey, if it's data, then like that. Now, we're also, I think data dash entities will also go to the same place, so I don't know for sure though. I definitely want to try that, see what happens if I go to data slash entities. I just don't know. Wouldn't surprise me if it's fine, if it doesn't care, or it also wouldn't surprise me if it's like, like, broken, like if it says I don't know what that route is. I just don't know off the top of my head what it does there. And so basically, okay, so let's look at our CSS and see what we're looking for here. App data layout. Okay, so actually I guess we need to create an app data layout function or component. So let's go into our packages. So we are Control P, package. Anytime I go to package, I try to remember to close everything else, because usually that's a good time. Close others, and I want to create a new component. Oh, look at that, I put this in moments. There we go, this is better. So let's see, component, and this is app data. And we don't need this comma back here. It's nice when it'll accept that comma. I like that. I think that's what we want. Let's just go look in the CSS one more time. Yeah, app data layout. I think that's exactly what we want. All right, so now we're going to run this function. I have it in this package.json. I try to explain this every single time so that when someone asks me in like my actual interactive life that I exist in, that I can explain it better. But basically, I do this to ensure that it uses the CLI that's inside of my node modules for this project, because I have dozens, if not hundreds, or 100 plus or something like that, different CLIs installed on this machine. And I don't even know if I have a global one. I might have a global one, I might not. I don't know. I usually try not to. I just accidentally will install the CLI globally once in a while. Run capp data layout. Okay, so what we should get is a new component in here called app data layout. Layouts, there we go. That's nice. Let's just make sure it gave me the right. Okay, yeah, I do not want it to be app layout. So let's get rid of that. Just through experience, I've learned that you can literally just change that. There's no unintended consequences. I think there might have been. I don't even think there ever was, actually. Even back in the day when you always did like a centralized module, even then it wasn't an issue. Okay, so this just says, I think app data layout works or something like that. Yeah, inside a paragraph. So let's just see. In our app component. It's really nice being able to sort of remember. I optimized my brain for a long time to for a long time I optimized my brain so that I could figure things out quickly. And for like the last 3 years, I've been trying really hard to remember things as much as possible. It's kind of funny because like you honestly would have swore that I had some sort of early onset Alzheimer's or something like that, because like I literally couldn't remember things like 5 seconds later. Um, we had like there's a funny story in our family where they say um, where we were going to go see the movie Shazam, and I had read online that there was a like at the very end, Superman shows up, makes an appearance at the end of the movie, and then at the end of the movie, Superman and it had me teared up. I was just like so emotional. I had literally read online that Superman was going to show up, some spoiler, told everybody in the car, spoiled it for everybody, went in, forgot, and then got to enjoy the whole thing. My family, they were all like, okay, that's just not right. But it was a little scary, it was just like, man, okay, what's going on here with this guy's brain? But ever since I started working on trying to memorize things and all that, I actually read this book called Superpower Memory, something like that. And the guy was explaining how memory works and how basically we can all memorize like so much information that like you do not have to worry about filling up your brain or anything like that. All right, so let's try this /data. I don't know if we just don't see it. Well, it did pull us out of data. Why? Okay, so let's go back to our routes. Oh, we probably didn't add it. Yeah, we didn't add it to our routes.push. There's so many little things. It's like that could really, really, really be hours and hours and hours of research trying to figure out. Or if you've been down it a few times, you just go, oh yeah, that's right. Okay, so data is in there. I'm assuming that we can't see it because there's probably a gosh, what's going on? Oh, I'm off the camera, sorry. Routes. App menu. Oh, there's our data. Class data. And then this guy, I'm guessing, is visible, but background. Yeah, okay. So let's just do this. I guess, I don't know. I guess this is why everyone used to always add a wrapper. I haven't done this in a while, but and as you can see now, we have our wrapper. So we're gonna want to probably add like a margin on top. Let's see, 30px 0, 0, and 0. Oh my gosh, that is not margin. Margin. Oh no. Did it pull everything down with it? Okay, no, it didn't. Okay, that's good. So 50. And 70. So basically right there is where we're going to want our table to appear. And then it should disappear like the default route, or yeah, see now. Now, one thing that's very different about this is I don't even know what happens there. Was there like a console error? Like we didn't have, like in our concept before, there's always something that's rendering something. Now this is a view where we don't render anything. Anyways, it is 8:58, so I gotta go. Happy coding, everybody. Making pretty good progress here. Tomorrow I'll probably try to figure out how to get the data into this component, and then and possibly do like a just show the data on the screen, and then we'll start maybe trying to get the material table working in there. Anyways, happy coding, everybody. Bye.